What's going on, family? Really quick, a lot of us, we're so happy and so excited that we found someone that we try to pursue everything in a short time span. We have to understand that we're not by ourselves. We're in love, we're growing with the person, we're working on things, we're going through the ups and downs, we're going through the motions when it comes to the stress levels, the things that we dislike about the person, but we're still in love with them. So we're dealing with whatever we're dealing with, and that's a good thing. We haven't given up. But we have to remember that we have to pace ourselves. That is one of the hardest things for anybody. Let's just be honest. When you're trying to get them to see your point, when you're trying to get them to understand that, hey, we have to continue to move forward. We need to be here at this time. We need to be doing this at that time or whatever. And it just depends on your characteristic. It just depends on what kind of person you are. You might be a person that's always wants to be on time with everything. And because you want to be on time with everything, you have to make sure that there are no distractions. There's nothing that puts you at a place that causes your relationship to slow down or to stop you off from moving forward. And I know that's easier said than done. It just depends on the situations at hand. Even as we look at the situations at hand, doesn't mean that it's easy. It's never going to be easy. So as you all travel, as you all take turns driving, as you all take turns moving and going down a road to a place that both of you all are destined to be, you're going to hit some potholes. You're going to have some major issues. You might have some times to where things might break down. You might have some issues to where you all are not able to communicate on a platonic level. You're not able to get along. You're not able to see eye to eye. And that's cool. But as long as you're moving forward, and as long as you're not so much focused on trying to accomplish everything at once, you'll be able to understand that you have a person right alongside of you that's able to work with you. And I understand that is not easy. So as we look at the road ahead, as we look at where we're going, as we look at what we want to accomplish, we look at all these factors and we take these factors into consideration as we move forward with our life. We still have to understand that some people have never been through what you have been through. And because they've never been through that, they don't understand. They don't know how to adjust. So as you continue to try to prune them, as you continue to try to, speak life and you try to be there for them as much as you can, it is still never easy. It's never easy to do these things. And the simple fact it's not easy to do these things is because they've never been in love. They've never had someone love them. They've never had somebody take out time to consider their feelings and talk about how they can improve the relationship, how they can improve the marriage. But yet still, you're so focused on trying to move forward. You're so focused on trying to get him or her to a certain place that you have to understand and take in consideration that they have never been through this. And because they've never been through this, you have to be patient. So instead of doing 90 down 95, you might have to do 65. You might have to be really cautious and slow because now you have to consider them. It's not all about you. And I know a lot of us are like, man, that is so unfair. Because you would think that if two people was in love and if two people wanted to grow together, these are the things that anybody would ever want, but it's easier said than done. So as we travel down this road, as we go through the motions, as we go through the tunnels, as we go through the checkpoints, as we go through everything that we have to go through with this individual, understand, give them time to grow and mature. And as you do this, you're going to see some things take place in your relationship and you're going to see them unfold. It takes time for everybody to unfold. See, people can love you, but their true essence of how much they love you is when they go through certain circumstances, situations that unravels the maturity, unravels who they are. In other words, they change. As time progresses, as time moves forward, people change. The true identity of who they are changes. The distance, whether you all work from home or you work apart, all that stuff changes. The communication, all that stuff kind of changes you or whatever. And I kind of feel like some people's way of expressing how much they love you, the way that they express how much they love you is them going through the changes with you. Now it's going to take time because you have to take into consideration that everybody has not been through what you have been through, and let's just be honest. Some people have never really had true committed relationships. They've only had what I consider to be arrangements. They get together, they love each other, and then once they love each other, they're stuck. They don't want to grow. They don't want to mature. They don't want to take things into consideration. They just want to exist with the person, and they wonder why the marriage or why the relationship never worked out, because they never put in the work. So let's put in the work together as we travel down this road of success, as we travel down this road of opportunity, as we challenge ourselves on a daily level to work out our differences, to see things differently. Let's learn how to pray together. Let's learn how to talk about the things that affect us, the things that bother us. Maybe there's something that he said that really rattled you and pushed you into a certain place. Cool, talk about it. Maybe there's something that she did to upset you and frustrate you. Let's talk about it. We don't want to talk about the things that we deal with until they happen, until we get so fed up with what we are dealing with, and that's when we want to expose everything. So let's learn how to be patient with each other. Let's learn how to understand that in order for love, in order for us to grow together, then we're going to have to take our time to get a chance to not only know the person, but to be patient with them. So let's go from 90 down to 65. And if we have to, we'll kick it down to 55 and get in the slow lane. But we can't go no further. They're going to have to pick up the pace. They got to realize that, hey, it's time. We got to get pumping. We got to get pushing, because we're heading somewhere together, and I cannot walk and be there by myself, all right? Y'all think about that. Have a blessed day.